Vipersoles here back once again, guys. Today we're going to do the ultimate breakdown guide of the YEEZY Supply website. We're going to go over profiles, bots, proxies, captchas, AICD, jigs, anything you need to know to give you a better chance of copying off of YEEZY Supply. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first, before we start on the YEEZY Supply section, we gotta really understand what YEEZY Supply is. YEEZY Supply is a website by Kanye West, and it's a demandware website. What does demandware mean? It's basically a queue-based drop that lets you in based off your Gmail or profile, how trusted the Gmail that's attached to your bot or to your Chrome browser is. If it has a high enough score, it'll pass quicker and sooner than other people. So it's pretty much completely random how they pick you to go and check out, but it's a lot different than Shopify. So first and foremost, like I said, V3 CAPTCHA is a big thing on YS on how to go and check out or give you a chance to even pass a splash. So the whole time you're gonna be waiting in splash, and like I said, the better quality Gmail, the better quality that you'll get in and you'll be able to check out or even get through the splash. Because checking out and adding to cart is a whole other thing now with YS, which kind of sucks. So yeah, guys, so you have to make sure that your Gmails are a good score. Now, how do you do that? The way you do that is either you have a program like Aycd, which I'm also sponsored by. Check them out, discount code below. But you can go on there, download the program, put in your Gmails, and it'll farm it for you. As long as you have proxies in there, high quality ISPs in there farming your Gmails, then you're all good, guys. So one thing that you should always be doing, like for me, when I wake up, I start up my Aycd, I go in, I hit start now, do all my emails, and I just chill for the whole day. And then when I'm about to go to sleep, I turn it off. So that's what you should be doing every day, even if there's no YEEZY Supply drop that whole month. You should still be farming your emails regardless, because it helps with Shopify sometimes. So getting softer captchas, and it's really needed for YS. So next on the plate we have billing profiles, and I'm glad I made this video after the summer, because beginning of the summer YS was kind of different, but now in order to check out, most cards require you to do 3DS. People ask, what is 3DS? Well, UK people, you should already know that 3DS is a way for the YEEZY Supply in the bank to know that it's a real purchase, not fraudulent, and that you actually want to shoot. So before you pay and check out, they're going to give you a code, a text to the number attached to that card holder's name, and to put in the 4-digit code into the browser, to the bot that you're using, and it checks it out for you. So certain cards don't trigger 3DS, like privacy or any really VCC and Stripe VCC, but cards that do are every physical card pretty much. Amex doesn't. Amex charge cards, at least I know from my experience, and some cards like Revolt just gets declined, and any physical MasterCard really isn't good for Supreme. Any physical MasterCard really isn't good for YS, so that's that. But yeah, guys, billing profiles are also very essential. You got to make sure you have a lot of limit, either using privacy virtuals or Amex virtuals or Amex hard cards, but make sure you avoid MasterCard and you try to use Visa cards and everything else. Now that we got those three out of the way, now we're gonna go over to the screen. We're gonna show you something. So now let's say, what are the best bots for YS? I could sit here and say, oh, Valor, Wrath, KODAI, Soul, but the best bots for YS just depends on the day, honestly, because today KODAI could work good on YS like it did on YEEZY Day, but before that I wasn't really hitting with KODAI. I didn't even run it, so nobody really knows. But YS Day was kind of a day that brought every bot up to the same level, because there's a whole day of testing the bot and pushing updates, so every bot should be on the same playing field now. So but I know Dashy is a good one, but Dashy is a strong user base, a big user base, so I try to stay away from that bot, but I'm still going to run it on the next YEEZY drive regardless. But so today though, I'm gonna show you the bots that I run for YS, well, at least two of them. That's Soul and KODAI. So KODAI is a foot-side bot too, but also YS does really well as well. At least it did for me on YEEZY Day. As long as you have good proxies and good profiles and good Gmails that have high scores, you'll be able to pass. And then my second bot, I have two copies of this bot. It's called Soul AIO. I bought my first copy for maybe 1,500 or 2,000 maybe back in December, December or November of last year. And it was really good foot site bot. That's why I got it, and Cyber wasn't doing too well, so I got that, and then eventually I just started using it for YS only. And Soul passes a lot. I'll give Soul that. I'll give you that. Soul passes a lot, but adding the card is always a struggle for me. But now after YS Day, I really realized that it's really about proxies on how to add the card, not just passing. So think about it like this: in order to pass splash, you need great Gmails, but in order to add a cart, you need great proxies. So those two are two keys to the lock. And of course, the third lock profiles and 3ds, yada yada. I know Soul sucks at 3ds. Whenever a 3ds window pops up, it never loads or anything like that. So on Soul, me personally, I don't run any cards that even have 3ds on it because I don't even want to deal with it because it's kind of annoying. But on KODAI though, they're really good with 3ds. So I run all my AMX physical cards which don't have a 3ds, but some other cards, maybe my Capital One stuff I have thrown in there. Those have 3ds, so I don't mind it because KODAI handles as well, and so does Dashy. So but yeah, you just gotta know your bot and know how to run it. Because Soul, I was doing well, but whenever I would get to check out some of my cards, 3ds was not working well at all. So but yeah guys, so Soul's a pretty pretty straight up bot. So we'll go create a task group real quick. We'll name this YEEZY 350. So yeah, we'll name it like this. Okay, let's say this is a skew. All right, size, I always do random. Well, 350s I always do base sizes 4 through 7.5. And then sometimes when stock sells out quick, I'll do like maybe 8 and then 11.5 and 12.5, stuff like that. Modes, always splash for Soul, always splash. Proxy lists, I got a bunch: Oxylab, KODAI, DCs is a mix of my sponsor DCs, Oculus Performance Resis. All these are really old lists anyway. I have to update them before the next YS drop. So and then my profiles. So as you can see, I have foot profiles in here still from when I was using them, but I don't really use foots on here anymore at all. But YS privacy. So here I have a group with YS physical cards for my Amex cards and my privacy cards. And say my privacy limit is getting low because I only have like a $5,700 limit per day. 5.7k isn't a lot. So I have this that are just my Amex cards that have a bunch of unlimited use for it. So I really try to do that more so over the privacies when I can, because YS Day, halfway through the drop, I ran out of privacy limit, so I switched over strictly to Amex cards and I was smooth sailing. So but yeah, so as of for the video's sake, we'll just do all my profiles. Quantity 1, create task. And now you're probably saying, okay, where's the captures come involved? Where's all this come involved? So me personally, I use Aycd for all my capture proxy needed. I'll make a separate video for Aycd because I know I need to be doing it. But so when you're doing it with Soul, just click on the AutoSolve and you're straight. Soul's harvesters suck. I'm sorry, Soul. I'm just gonna call it as they suck. So I always use Aycd and I pass pretty quickly. Both of my copies pass pretty easily. So but yeah guys, so make sure you have the right product code, no spaces in the style code area. Size is the size range you want. Proxies and the billing. So but yeah guys, when it comes to proxies though, I forgot to talk about that. Proxies with YS in general, proxies can vary. So private subnets are good, DCs are good as well, but I heard Resis pretty much rule foot sites and YEEZY supplies. So for me personally, all my sponsors work on YEEZY supplies or Resis, and and I have a discount code for y'all. Make sure you check them out. But the main ones that work pretty well for me are Nocturnal, Oculus Performance for sure, Wolf's Proxies. I'm trying those out in the next drop, but I know Oculus Performance and Nocturnal really worked well for me last time in Proxy drop. So all my sponsors pretty much work on YS guys, so make sure you run it up and use my code and really get ready for the next YS drop. So make sure you put a lot of money and time into proxies. Well, not a lot of money. Make sure you take your time finding the right proxies that work for YS, because you don't want to be stuck at add to cart for the whole drop. So you feel me? So here's just some quick tips. So before every drop, I'll generate at least 2,000 Resis per provider, per drop, per group. So I'll run maybe, let's say I probably have like 20 Gmails hooked into Aycd for my 2 Soul copies, because KODAI use the harvesters and on Dashy I use the harvesters. So so normally what I do, I'll maybe make, okay, this is for Oculus Performance, 200 tasks, right? I'll duplicate it, and then I'll literally change out the proxy group, make sure I click on AutoSolve. I'll change it for something else, let's say proxy drop this time, and I'll keep doing it. It's always good to have variety. YS Day, y'all saw I was running 1,000 tasks per Soul copy over 15 Gmails, is working fine. I don't know if I'm gonna go this hard for this drop coming up, the YEEZY 350 V2 lights that are coming up next. So but I know I'm gonna do at least 800 per copy, so that could be like maybe 300 Oculus Performance, 200 proxy drop, 200 wolves, and like like maybe 200 something else, and then the other copy I'll use different providers. So I'm always trying to expand and stuff like that, and I'll throw in my subnet in there somewhere, maybe on KODAI or Dashi. I'll split it up. But yeah, guys, so that's pretty much the lowdown of YS. All you have to have is good Gmails to pass Splash, a good bot to add to cart and check out, good proxies to add to cart and check out. You need good profiles to successfully check out on YS. When it comes to jigging and stuff, guys, you can really do any type of jig on YS. They don't even care about multiples, but people get on me because I still jig for YS the same, because I use the same foot site profiles for YS and for Shopify most of the time anyway, so I don't like to change up things too much. But you can use the ABCD jig across address 1 line. You can use apartment jig. YS doesn't care. It's just a hassle trying to check out and add to cart. So one thing too, though, as you can see, I have 2 bots right now. I'm not going to do this during drop day. Always run 1 bot per server, guys. Don't try to overload it yourself because it's not worth it. Like I said, if you need server info and help, I'm sponsored by 308 and Oculus Servers, so you can check those out. And make sure you just diversify your proxies, and you make sure that you pay attention to your bot's Discord if any updates come mid-drop, or if you need to change up any type of things that they told you to before it sells out. So me personally, like I don't open my bots till maybe like 30 minutes before. I set up the night before always, and I don't open up till 30 minutes before, just in case there's a new update or in case anything type of bugs happen while I'm using it. So I just tend to do that, guys. So I think I've covered everything from here on out. Trying to think of any closing statements. Aycd will be its own thing. If you know how to use it, use it. You put in your Gmails, you log in, put a proxy in the harvester. Okay, capture proxies. I forgot to focus on capture proxies. When it comes to passing, yes, you need good Gmails, but you need great proxies in the Gmail harvester or Aycd to pass Splash. So some people say farm with the same Gmails that you use a proxy with, use that same proxy in the harvester. I don't, because sometimes those proxies are kind of weaker when it comes to Google and stuff like that. So I use high tier ISPs in my harvester that I didn't even use to farm with, you feel me, or vice versa. So do what works for you guys. This is what works for me. This is how I got a lot of pairs of a YS day. Like I said, all these bots are mid tier, basic tier bots. They're not nothing that I can get 100 clip off of, but quantity over quality, and a bunch of resis and stuff. I have no doubt in my mind next drop I'm gonna do well going for base sizes. So but yeah, guys, this is the main thing: diversify your proxies, diversify your bots, and make sure that you have resi data ready. So but first, before we leave, I'll do another KODAI setup for y'all, since I did solo. Let me do KODAI. So first for KODAI, as you can see, I don't have any solvers in here. So you would open up a solver, yada yada, boop boop, and it'll be spinning, and it'll say for V3 for YS. And then for the task group, you put YEEZY supply, boop boop, names release this. And for YS, you use the link from YEEZYsupply.com, you put it in here. And then proxies, you can choose whatever. Configured advanced settings. So sometimes I like to see when I pass Splash to see when I'll eventually check out or if I need to change anything. So I have this on. And I'm gonna split it into a different Discord too, because I don't like it going to my same webhook. So I'm gonna use a separate webhook eventually. Boop boop boop. Yeah, and do all that. And then what you gotta do, profiles, boot random. So you gotta go here, boot, create task, and you hit start. Make sure your solvers are open, and you gotta just wait, guys. So that's pretty much the lowdown of KODAI. My delays, they do it for you. I mean, on Solus 5000, pretty simple, guys. YS is a pretty simple site, but you need good proxies, good Gmails, Aycd, good captures, and I guess good luck, I guess, so because it's all based on luck. So YS drops are normally around 9 a.m. And they can last anywhere between 30 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes to 2 hours. So you gotta, it's a big waiting game. So it's just like foot sites. You gotta just wait. And that's all you can do after you hit start. Make sure your tasks are waiting in queue, and you'll be good. So without further ado, guys, I want to say thank you for watching this quick guide about YS. Hopefully this helps you for the next drops, and if you need anything more, just comment below and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. So without further ado, I'll see you next time. Peace.